Ladies and gentlemen, the funniest thing about the State of the Union address tonight from President Mashed Potato Brains is that he knows very well stating that Trump increased the national debt or that he decreased the deficit or that inflation has decreased under his watch. These statements he knows very well are extremely deceptive, in many ways blatantly false statements. So the national debt did not go up because of Trump's policies. The last year in office, Democratic governors, his last year in office, Democratic governors, along with bureaucratic and government officials who shall remain nameless, but who are absolutely revered by media and by the Democratic Party, these, and along with publications, pushed to end and shut down economies, state economies. Democratic governors gleefully shut down their state economies. We had record low poverty in 2019, according to CNN, under Trump. Okay? So Trump and the national debt, facts first. Biden's claim is correct. No, it is not correct. It was not Trump's policy. Trump's policies was not that of, it had nothing to do with shutting down state economies because of a reverence to a fabricated consensus. And then you have Trump and the national debt. Biden criticized the management, saying that nearly 25% of the entire national debt was added by just one administration alone. That is the most absurd, deceptive lie. It happened during Trump's last year in office because Democrats, media, bureaucrats, Twitter, working with government officials, Democratic Congress people, suppressed any dissent. If you stated, no, we shouldn't shut down, there are conservatives who either risked jail time or, I believe in many cases, went to jail, had they were persecuted politically and economically just for opening up restaurants. It was the independent, conservative-minded business owner that wanted to keep open. And it was the Democratic governor that tried to crush this type of individual, the entrepreneur, the business owner. And so 25% of the entire national debt. Okay, facts first. Biden's claim is correct. Biden's claim is absolutely not correct. This is CNN. Increased just under $8 trillion during Trump's 4 years in office, with the majority in his last year in office. And the reason, or I should say with a great percentage, almost half of that within his last year in office. Now, you have to, the interesting thing is, it's important to note, though, that some of the increase in the debt during Trump's era was because of, some of the increase, almost half of the increase. We had record low poverty. And you look, this is pure fantasy. The deficits that we have, the $1 trillion deficits, are the result of shutting down economies. The Democrats pushed to shut down economic activity. Bureaucrats, government officials, Twitter, media pushed to impose draconian policies because of you know what. And then they blame Trump, as if we didn't live through the past 3 years. We went from record low unemployment to 22 million people unemployed within 3 months in the beginning of 2022. That was not Trump's fault. And you say, well, it was because he didn't handle it correctly. They wanted him out. And there was a political motive to the most apoplectic and absurd, hysterical, maniacal reaction to a serious issue affecting a certain demographic or age group, which most Americans do not belong to, but that's a whole other story. Primarily that age group, primarily. Hit subscribe. Tomorrow I have some really, really important segments, 8 a.m. I should have done uploads today in the morning at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., but I did a live stream. I will have a live stream tomorrow evening, but I will have some 3 very important uploads, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every single day. I tried to change it up today. I shouldn't have done that. But be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., 8:15 or 11:15, around there, around 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Trump is going after DeSantis. He released a photo of him. Very interesting photo. Now, it's really actually probably amounts to nothing, but it's a very interesting story or backstory or photo of DeSantis drinking alongside a number of individuals who perhaps, according to the Truth Social post, were his students. These look like adults that he was, hanging out with. So I don't really know. I don't really know what to make of the photo, but it's a very interesting photo. So Trump is going after DeSantis, big time, and I think that is. Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. So 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. He released that on Truth Social. It's actually a pretty big story, but he released that on Truth Social, and we'll talk about that. Definitely be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., because we're going to talk about Trump, and we're going to talk about him really increasing the heat on any potential rival, which is only DeSantis. There's nobody that can stop Trump, even indicted. So even if he gets indicted, because Democrats are desperate because they have nothing to run on. He was slurring his speech most of the time, our beloved president. He was doing a Fetterman. When he kind of loses track of things, he starts getting angry and passionate, and you can't really hear him, and he gets into the angry old person type of I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, but he goes into this act, this folksy, I'm salt of the earth, man, and he's anything but. Again, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter who you are. If you watch this channel, Green Party, well, the Democrats have eaten that up, but communist, socialist, I disagree with the mentality or the ideology politically, but if you're a never Trumper, Trump supporter like I am, support President Trump, God bless you. Doesn't matter who you are. If you're watching this channel, have a safe, beautiful, happy, prosperous, joyous 2024 and beyond. God bless you. That being said, I come with a distinct viewpoint. Hit subscribe to my Patreons, my new Patreons. Thank you. Your Patreon support is greatly appreciated. If there's a site or that you'd rather contribute to other than Patreon, let me know. Whether it's PayPal or whatever, just let me know. If there's a better site than Patreon, your support is greatly appreciated. And ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? Go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications, and become part of a newsletter there. The interesting thing is that what they've done is unemployment among demographic groups. Biden's claims are accurate. They're not accurate. The reason they're not accurate is because we had record low unemployment before Democrats pushed to shut down the economy. The people who pushed to shut down economic activity were Democrats who were afraid of their own shadow, and who stated that if you opened up your bar or restaurant, or if you did anything other than what was prescribed by the adults in the room, you were a bad human being who was ending the lives of endless people. They had a complete control of the hysteria. They created absolute hysteria and madness, and it was CNN had a counter of people losing their lives, and it was just sensationalized coverage every 2 seconds. So Biden has already lied more than Trump has in 4 years, within the 3 years, close to going on 3 years of his presidency. From Hunter to the laptop to inflation to the invasion in Europe, he's lied endlessly. And you're not going to take him to task or hold him to the same standard. The issue is, if you care about lying with Trump, you don't care about lying with Biden, you're fooling yourself, and you're doing a disservice to the country and to truth. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel. Be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., people. 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific. Some really, really important segments, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be doing a lot of work also talking about his Truth Social posts. Former President Trump. His Truth Social posts are heating up. My God. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., people. You definitely want to watch those segments tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.